What's up, boys? Hello and welcome to today's trade recap. As you can see in front of your eyes, I you see this trade. This was not a perfect trade. This was not any good trade, but I did not lose any money on it because, as I told you, once we hit this level, see this level. Once we hit it, I moved my stop loss to break even, as I told you, and then priced it, moved higher, manipulate these highs. As I told you, these 5-minute highs can be manipulated, so price ended up going higher, manipulated these highs, and then continued the move to the downside. And now actually it's moving way significant lower. So I'm really happy to move my stop loss to break even because I avoided getting manipulated by the market, and it's actually moving in my direction right now. But I really don't care about it that much. Like, I don't give a fuck about it. So that's it. The reason I'm talking a little bit with a lower voice is that I'm literally like recording this video 5 a.m. At 5 a.m, bro. Look at the time. So with that being said, let's get started into today's video. So the first thing, I found this trade. You can also like go into my trade identification bias or my trade live when I entered this trade. You could like go into this video and you could find every single thing about that. So really about the daily time frame. The daily time frame was actually the bad thing. All right, I did ended up breaking one rule. All right, to be fully honest, I broke one rule. I entered this trade against a daily bias. So it's right that we have this daily order block laying above us, but the actual thing is that on the daily we literally shifted the structure to bullish. So because we are in a bullish uptrend, and the last couple of days we were making the higher low, and now since we are making the higher high, the price, I should never like take a short, but I did ended up. And I also said that in the video before this one. I told you this is kind of a retracement or rejection, or how do I say it, not a continuation trade, obviously not a continuation trade, and I should only trade continuation trades. And I did broke that rule because on the daily we were bullish, but I've convinced myself to go and be bearish because of the 4-hour and the hourly confluences. So on the 4-hour we ended up going higher. We took out these highs, we filled up this fair value gap on the 4-hour, and I said we did not see any retracement back. We maybe see some retracement to even like fill up this 50% of the fair value gap right here, of the 4-hour fair value gap, and that is what happening right now. But except for that thing, like, I should not take this trade. Will I take it another time? Definitely not. But I did ended up like risking like way too much, not but the money side, but I do not risk usually like take trades about this like type of setup. I don't take retracement that seriously, especially for uptrend, and I go literally the opposite direction of the trend. I don't usually do it, but I don't know, and I was lucky not getting fucked over. So I did ended up like not completely lucky, because that was part of my strategy that I told you. Once we hit this level, I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. I already told you that in the trade identification bias, or the live trade breakout. I already told you that once we have this hit this 5-minute lows, I'm going to move my stop loss to break even, because this trade is not even looking like a good quality setup, because we have been consolidating for over what? For over 10 hours, bro. 10 hours worth of consolidation. There is no volume in the market. Like, the price action has not been clean. It's not a clear price action, not a clean one, and definitely the volume is down. The whole trade has been a mess. All right, so I wanted to get out so badly of this trade, but I didn't want to break any of my rules, so I waited for the plan to happen. Like, I waited for price to hit my key level that I told you about, and then I put in my stop loss at break even, and I said fuck it. If I got stopped out on break even, I get it is what it is. I don't give a fuck about that. So that's it. So let's go on incomplete. Why did I explain this trade on the hourly time frame? Because we were on the 4 hour, we are bearish. Not we were bearish, but we did ended up taking all of the buy side liquidity. Also, as well as on the 1 hour, we did end up manipulate these highs, filling this hourly gap and filling this breaker block on the hourly time frame as well. And with that, I said, all right, as soon as New York session opened, we moved higher, we took out the London session highs, and with that we move on to the 15-minute time frame. You can see that we did invalidate this 15-minute gap, and then we did the market structure shift. With that created the shift of structure on the 15-minute time frame. So I scaled down to even lower time frame, which is the 5-minute time frame. And as you can see, this order block turned out to be a breaker block, and we got the retracement back into it, and we fill in this fair value gap on the 5-minute, and with that, simply as that, went to the 1-minute time frame, and as soon as we did the breakout structure, see these lows after the retracement back, as soon as we broke below these lows, I jumped right away into the trade. Where's my stop loss? My stop loss will be above these 5-minute highs, and my take profit, I wanted it to be a little bit way less risky, way less, and I put it like my TP at these London session lows. So that was my thought process on this trade. Actually, my plan is really good. I stick to my plan for exiting the trade where I should be, but the whole trade has been a mess. I will never take this because this was not a A+ setup, this was a B+ setup, but only because it's a rejection trade, it's not a continuation. I don't usually take retracement anymore, I only take continuation setups, and yeah, that's it. This was on GBP GPY. Also, if we go into USD GPY, every key level has been hit. So this is a pure, like, you could see it by yourself. Look at the price action when it hits a key level. I'm not like just drawing random lines on the chart, bro. The lines that I'm drawing are where the liquidity lies. So we have these highs where the liquidity lies, above the highs and below the lows. So that's it. Price moved up, took out the highs, and then manipulated those highs and came back lower, and we took out the lows. Then what happened next? We moved higher, we took out these highs, and now we're creating a equal highs that will push the price even higher to take out these highs, and so on and so forth. But actually, I didn't want to take the trade on GBP GPY because like literally nothing happened. As soon as New York session opened, as you can see right here, like nothing happened. Like look, price never did not took any session lows because London session lows are here, but then they didn't want to because like price action has been shitty as fuck, and we've been consolidating for 9 hours, so why would I take a trade like that? So it doesn't matter for me. I only focus on my session that I'm going to trade. But there's actually something I need to improve in my trading right now, because I feel like I don't know when to trade. Sure, I have 2 sessions in my mind always. When I have the time to trade London, I will trade London, and I don't have the time to trade London, I'll trade New York. But the only problem is when I have time for both, I literally like stay looking at the chart like from London session open till like New York. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Am I wrong for doing that? Absolutely. Will I fix it? I'm trying to. I need to focus on only one session, because you don't actually need to make trading feel like a 9 to 5 job, bro. I actually like started trading to avoid 9 to 5 and to be financially freedom. So I'm not fighting to be time to have the time freedom, the financial freedom, not to just sit back and like treat it as a 9 to 5 fucking job. This is not what trading is about. That's why I'm trying to improve this thing right now, and I'm trying to fix it actually. And also there's one change that I'm like thinking about doing it, which is adding a more pair. So as I told you, GBP, GPY, and USD GPY are very correlated pairs, and they move approximately the same. And there is some weeks, even days or even weeks, that I don't even find a setup and I stay without trade. Is that normal? Yes, absolutely. But for me, I need to like, I don't know how to say it, but I don't like staying without taking a trade for a whole week, but then I get manipulated. So instead, I'll be adding another pair. Sure, I'll not add it like just like that. I will start looking for a good pair, testing my strategy on it, back test on it, and then I will add it. So currently, I'm looking for CHF GPY. I kind of like the move for it. I started like looking for it a little bit, but then I'll definitely be back testing it for almost a long times. And yeah, that's it. Like as you can see, it is like quite mm, respecting the liquidity and the session liquidity, especially for session opens and session close. But will this pair will be the definitive like pair I will be trading? No, because as I told you, I'm going to look for more pairs, and I'm going to spot on the difference and to see what is the most pair that fits me a lot. So with that being said, that is the trade recap for today. I hope you guys benefit from this video. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, boys.